If you're anything like me, someone who's running from desk to desk, meeting to meeting, and having like a lot of conversations, then you know you don't always have the time to pull out like a pen and paper to try to remember everything. But now, all I gotta do is this. So I just got my hands on something I hadn't heard of before, and it's genuinely something I wanna take everywhere, and it's called the NotePin by Plaude. So check it out. This little guy is a wearable device that lets me capture and analyze audio recordings, and it puts together a transcript, summary, like a lot more. And like I said, I've never heard of it before, but Plaude reached out and wanted to partner up so that they can put this on my radar, and I am so glad they did. Now, I'm somebody who go to a lot of product briefings. I mean, even at CES, I spoke to so many people about their products, and it would be impossible for me to just remember everything I saw and all of the details that I got. But while I was out there, I had one of these on. I was able to record so many of the conversations that I had about products, and I had something I could refer back to with all of the information. Not to mention, it also supports transcribing in 112 different languages, and you can even use it to translate some of those languages, but I wouldn't completely depend on the translation side of things. But transcription, it's got that. So basically how this works is you start rolling on your NotePin, and what it's going to do is it's going to capture all of the audio, and then it's gonna use AI to transcribe the entire conversation, and then do things like put summaries together. And you can basically tell it what kind of conversation you had, and the AI is going to put together the most important parts of that conversation and even give you action steps. It is actually so cool what it's able to put together. And one of my favorite things is it's got like 20 hours of continuous battery life. So being at CES, not an issue. Each day is like ridiculously long out there, so you don't want to have to worry about like charging this thing. Now, what I like about the NotePin is, you guys saw it, it's wearable, and they actually have a bunch of accessories that let you wear it in multiple ways. So when you unbox the bundle, you also get this magnetic clip. So it works just like the regular magnet, but if you want to have this like on your shirt or something, you can just go ahead and pop this on, or even on the side of your jacket. That's useful. But you also get this magnetic wristband, so if you want to have it on your wrist, you can do that as well. I think the wristband's kind of dope because even this part is magnetic, so it automatically adjusts depending on your size. So it's basically like, you know, one size fits all. And if you just want to wear it around your neck, it also includes a lanyard. So you have 4 different ways of wearing it, all of which honestly are all pretty convenient. Let's say I'm just talking to Gene, and maybe if Gene's wearing one of these and we're going over one of his edits, he could have one of these and get all of the info that we talked about and use that to make his changes to a video. That's super useful. Not to mention, like, if, Gene, you're a student, if you were in class, you don't even gotta take notes. Just have it right there, but you still gotta, you know, do your practice equations, because Gene's in math classes and calculus and stuff. Yeah. Go Gene. But all jokes aside though, college students, like lecture halls, listen, I was in college. I know what it's like. It's rough sometimes.
Usually I record on my phone.
You record on your phone?
Yeah.
But you see what's great about this, instead of having to record on your phone, you don't have to like eat up your phone's battery life. You don't have to worry about phone calls interrupting your recording. That's the worst. And plus, while you might get a transcription from your phone, which is cool, you won't get that summary that's geared towards that kind of audio capture and highlighting the details that you really need. And just so you guys can see it for yourself, check it out. So this is one of the meetings that we recently had when we were just trying to implement some changes to our workflow. This was a, 46-minute conversation. And you can just see the separate sections in the conversation that we had. So implementing the workflow, talking about product management, all of this stuff. It's all broken down, and we have even conclusions, the next things that we need to do. So it puts together a to-do list for things that we need to get done, which is just crazy to have. And not only that, it's got this section where the AI can make suggestions based on the kind of things that you're talking about. Like, it'll be able to say, I know you guys discussed something with the workflow, but you didn't really get a solid answer to what you needed to do. And then it'll make some suggestions based on that conversation, which is just wild. It's like having another person to help out with everything. And with the summary, you even get something called a mind map, which pretty much breaks down all of the different things. So meeting information, when it happened, where, meeting notes, next arrangements. So it pretty much outlines all of the biggest takeaways from the conversation in a very simple to see chart. It's just crazy. And there's also tags, so you can quickly see what the conversation entailed, workflow automation, video production, product management, all the things that we talked about in our meeting, down to the point where it even has the attendees. It can identify the different voices in the conversation, and you can just add names to them so you know exactly what everyone said. And it's also nice that you're able to boost the microphone, so if you have someone speaking, you can actually boost the gain on the mic. So if they've got maybe like a quiet voice, like yours truly, you can actually boost that volume so that you can hear them more clearly and make sure that this is capturing everything you need it to. It honestly just feels like you have this tiny assistant taking notes everywhere you go, and being able to just throw it right onto a shirt or something is nuts. Now, this is their newest version of the pen, but there was one that came before it called the Plaude Note. Now, this guy is insanely flat. It's like a credit card, so you could throw this in your wallet. And this guy will have all of the same AI features that you do get with the Note Pen, but this comes with this case that is a MagSafe case, so you can throw it onto your iPhone. And with this, you can actually record conversations. Now, it doesn't need a Bluetooth connection to do it. It'll actually use the vibrations from the ear speaker to capture all of that audio. And don't worry, it's not just for the iPhone. It does come with a magnetic ring adapter if you want to throw it to whatever phone you may have, and then you can attach it just like this. But I love how convenient this is. And as you get all of your audio, it is cross-platform, so if you want to sync it to the cloud, you can. So if you want to access any of that from your computer, you're going to be able to. In case you're worried about security, they use AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure, so you don't have to worry about any of your conversations or data being sold. But man, I'm telling you, these complete game changers for me. You're probably gonna see this guy on me in future videos because your boy doesn't wanna have to write down or type out any notes. I'll probably still use notebooks for, jotting down ideas, which this is also really, really convenient for. If I have like an idea, like I just think of a dope video title, I can just press it and say, The Ultimate Gamer's Paradise 3.0. That's just gonna be a great video. And that is so much easier than like scrambling for your phone and trying to type it into the Notes app or something. So I'll be using this quite a bit moving forward, and your boy's happy. But of course, I'm gonna have links down below in the description. Gene, which one do you like more?
Card.
The card?
Yeah.
It does look cool. It does look cool, but I like the convenience of this. Jay, what would you pick?
Whichever one you give me.
Whichever one you give you got it. Fair enough. This thing is dope.